everybody, and welcome to Music Matters. I'm your host, Harry. Today we have with us the band LadyPipe.
Hello!
And can y'all introduce yourselves, who you are, what you play?
Well, who wants to go first? Why are you guys all looking at me?
You're the lead singer or something.
Oh, right, I didn't think of that. I'm Jacob. I don't know which camera to look at, but...
Any of them.
Any of them. All right, cool.
Most of
I'm
this-
Jacob, and I play for the band LadyPipe as the lead singer, and I sing and stuff.
Makes sense.
I'm Riley. I hit the drums.
He does do that.
I'm Leah. I play guitar and I sing and I write the songs.
Hi, I'm Alondra. I play bass.
And she's gonna sing too.
And it's
Eventually.
At some point.
I'm sorry. I'm
Alondra.
Alondra.
Yes.
She
I
is
have
our...
to-
I'm sorry.
I have to write it down because I have.
He's old, he has dementia.
Yes, a little bit. I'm like a dog. It's like 2 minutes.
It's okay.
2 minutes, and I forget everything. It's like, oh, it's good to see you again.
Right.
It's like, yeah, what's your name again?
So, tell me about LadyPipe. Where'd the name come from? Where did you guys come from? Like, how did this thing come together?
That's a lot of good questions.
Yeah.
Should we start with the name or should we start with how we met?
I'm gonna start with how the music thing started in general.
The name can come later.
The name can come in as we go on.
Yeah.
So I've been writing songs since I was like 13, and I grew up listening to 21 Pilots. A lot of stuff relative to that, My Chemical Romance, that circle of music.
Mm-hmm.
Because I always lived in a small town, so I was very isolated from like a music scene. Didn't really know any local bands, and so my influences have been really big, and I've just kind of been like writing songs in my bedroom, and I've always wanted to be in a band, and that's kind of what I've been working towards for years. But we live in Cisco. That's where we come from. That's where me and Jacob come from, and that is a town in the middle of nowhere. It takes about an hour to get anywhere from there in any direction. Population of like 3,000. Very small. So I met him in school. And in high school, I was a freshman.
Yep. I was sophomore year. I'd just moved to town.
From?
Oh, from Massachusetts. Yeah. I was born and raised in Massachusetts. Lived there most of my life. Came down here and
We met
her.
And we just liked the same music, and so we would sing around each other a lot, and I would be like, dude, you have like a really strong potential to like go into this vocal thing, like if you really set some time towards it,
And I'd always say stuff like, I'm SpongeBob, or I'll do it tomorrow, just never getting around to it.
Yeah. And we had an older band called Neapolitan with one of our old friends, Lance. He went to college, and he kind of just had different main focuses that he wanted to turn towards. So he was in marching band and DCI and that kind of thing. We wanted to be rock stars or whatever. So very different goals. He ended up, we just kind of split off, and it was back to square one. And we decided to go to a pub show, which is one of my favorite bands now. And it was me, Jacob, and two of our other friends. And we showed up super early because we love this band.
Like literally second in line. It was so good.
And there is Riley Lowry.
Yeah. I have the date permanently tattooed on me.
Right there. 4/27/22.
Which is funny because I got this like 3 hours before the show, so I didn't get this with that intent. But yeah. I went to go get this tattoo because I had planned to go to this show. Got there way too early. No one was in line, so I'm like, I'm going to go get lunch. It was the Jason's Deli around the corner, so I walked over there, walked back. Still was first in line. About 20 minutes later, you guys show up.
Yep.
And we're sitting there, waiting in line. I think the first conversation we had was something along the lines of, I wonder if I can get Stefan to slap my tattoo. And
Yeah.
one of you guys was just like, no, you can't.
Yeah.
Showed up, I was like, all right, watch me. Like, I go to the back of the venue because it was at Granada. It's kind of set up to where it's like entrance. You have this walkway. So I go back there. I somehow get their attention. I have it on video of Stefan slapping my tattoo. And then I'm walking back just like all happy. And like I do like a show flick. And I'm just like, like I got
He comes
it.
back around and he like shows us the video and we're just like,
Couldn't
No
believe
way.
our eyes.
And then the show happened. I was a psychopath and was like, I'm staying here so I can meet the rest of the band.
We had to go home because,
Yeah.
2-hour drive as usual
Right.
when we come out here. But
10 minutes after we leave, the band comes out.
And I texted, because you guys had added me on Instagram so we could text each other. And I just go, guys! Get back here! Like,
Yeah.
but-
And eventually, I had texted him and I was like, hey, you want to jam? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, all right, here's the pitch. You want to drive with 2 strangers 2 hours into the middle of nowhere, stay the night, and then go home the next day so that we can have band practice?
we're
And
totally not going to
totally
murder
not
you.
gonna murder you. And he was like,
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah. I don't remember if I said I'm down or just, yeah. I was
Yeah.
just,
He agreed to it very nonchalantly.
Yeah.
And we brought him down and we jammed a Fiddler song. We jammed Sand on the Beach. And
There's 2 versions of that song. There's one with me on drums and with you on drums.
yeah,
And the one with you on, or with me on drums sounds a lot better than the one with you on
with
drums.
me on drums. And so that's how we figured out the lineup.
Yeah.
And after that, we didn't practice for a while. And then I just kind of hit this point in my life where it felt like I was doing nothing in a nothing town. And like I had just turned 20 and I was like, I can't keep sitting around here. I want to play music for like my life. And so,
Last year, I got to mention this. I
Yeah.
moved to South Carolina, so I wasn't in the space for this time
Yeah.
in her life.
And so I hit up Riley and I was like, hey, we should start playing shows, just me and you. And he was like, okay, I'm down. And so we practiced some original stuff together. We learned like 2 covers. And we played at the Asylum, just me and him. And it went really, really well. We signed our name on their little tapestry thing.
Yeah.
And
I think that was, what was the lineup for that show? It was us, Wrecked, Indigo League, and...
right behind you.
Right behind you.
Yeah.
Oh, right behind you is fire.
Yeah.
They are fucking
They
Right
were
cool.
behind
really
you is so
good.
good.
Yeah.
Because I think that show I had put together for my other band's EP release show, and
Yep.
like as I was like thinking of the lineup, you're like, we need to play more shows. I'm just like, you want to open?
Yeah.
And you're like,
So we
yeah,
did.
let's do it. So
And so we did that, and we were like, we want to do this more. And some stuff happened where Jacob ended up moving back. And so when he moved back, I was like, hey, buddy, you're forcefully in my band now.
I didn't have a choice. I didn't want to do it, and so got dragged
he
in
actually
by
has
my
an ankle
nails.
monitor on right now.
Yeah.
Dude,
Well,
you were
he's
supposed
not-
to tell them. That's why I keep my left foot down there.
It goes off.
You would
anytime
not be the first person that's been in the studio with one.
Yeah.
If that was the case.
Except we keep ours on his so that he doesn't get out of our
Yeah.
sight.
It goes off if he even thinks about leaving.
It's connected to a brain chip.
And then it's like beep, 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 like it goes off.
Yep.
But he moved back, and I taught him songs. We wrote some more songs, and we played our first show at Cheapsteaks with just us 3. And it was good. We booked another show. We were like, we want to keep doing this, but we sound empty. We need more people. And we didn't even know where to start, like, looking for people, because we live in the middle of nowhere. And so we
Teach
joined.
a cow to play.
Yeah, I thought about it, but he does not have the drive to practice bass.
I love singing and I love playing music with my friends, but when it comes to actually sitting down and playing an instrument, my brain just kind of...
It's like, whoa, there's a line, buddy.
He learned the King of the Hill theme song on guitar a few
Yeah.
years ago, and then he didn't stop playing it for like a year and a half.
And that's all I knew.
That's all
I
I
was
know.
so proud of it.
But I joined a Discord group
Okay.
for Denton musicians.
Okay.
And I sent out a text, and I was like, hey, we're LadyPipe. We're looking for a bassist or a lead guitarist. Just hit us up if you're interested. And Alondra messaged us and was like, not I'm interested, but I'm super interested with jamming with y'all. And I was like, yes. And so we talked for a little bit, and she posted on TikTok a video of her covering one of the songs that we play. And I saw that, and I was just like,
That's cool.
I had been scouring that Discord for months trying to join a band because I moved to Denton like 8 months ago or so, and I'm like a music major, and I've just been wanting to join like a punk band for the longest time. And I played like some shows in Houston and stuff, but yeah, I saw that they were already like pretty like established band, and I listened to some of their songs. And I was like, this shit like rocks. So yeah, it worked out.
Yeah,
Worked out good.
super grateful to have run into Alondra in that chat, because our biggest thing is that we want people that we enjoy playing with. We don't care about how technical you are with your instrument. If you can play your instrument and you can love what you're doing and you can play the parts at least enough to be recognizable, that's what we're looking for.
Right.
And we want to like build relationships, not just be in a band.
We find all sorts that come to play, and some are classically trained and go to UNT or Berkeley or whatever, and some of them just learned because they picked up a guitar and started just strumming along.
Yeah.
It's me and you.
Yeah, I started playing ukulele and piano.
What is the deal with the ukulele?
It's 21 Pilots, dude. It's 21 Pilots.
I was gonna pull to that too, and I was gonna pull to the ukulele because then Glocks just did an interview, and we were talking. So I started on ukulele. Nick started on ukulele, and in that interview, I was like, "Everyone starts on the ukulele on that." What's that 21? I literally
House of
said
Gold.
that word for word.
Yeah.
House of Gold. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Now I feel like a Neanderthal because I started on drums
No.
and then worked my way to guitar.
I was
and
like,
bass.
It's
I like
weird.
to hit the shit.
Yeah. It's weird because that has come up, ukulele as a starting instrument so many times. We're gonna have to get a ukulele,
Yeah.
because I don't believe it all.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna have to prove to me they can play the ukulele.
Nobody can play the ukulele, but everybody starts playing on it.
I know how to play like 50% of all 21 Pilots songs
Oh,
on a
fuck.
ukulele.
This is true.
Just because whenever I was a kid, like I just would go through and I would learn all their discography, and like I would like play just in my bedroom to songs. I never was like trained or had lessons or anything, and I just picked up an instrument and I was like, I like music, and so I tried to play along to it, and that's just how I've been doing things from the start. I don't know how to read music. When I was in band, they would like write the notes out on top of the sheet music because they were too lazy to teach me how to actually read music because the band program was terrible. Shout out Cisco.
Let's go, Cisco!
Fucking love that place.
But yeah, I started off there, and now I'm playing music with my best friends.
Right
So,
on. Right on.
I got lucky because I started on drums, and I have a twin. He also is a drummer, and then I have an older sister. She also plays drums. So it was very much now more so between me and my brother because my sister doesn't really play anymore. But I always grew up with
Your poor parents with all the
it's so funny because I mean my dad knew like a couple of chords on guitar. My mom knew like a little tiny bit of clarinet and like
Oh,
saxophone from band like in
Tell your
middle
mom to
school
join
and
our
high school.
band.
You know. But then my stepdad knew a little bit of guitar as well, but none of them were really musically inclined per se. But all of them loved music a shit ton, so as a consequence me and my brother did, because we're twins, we got really competitive.
Their
so.
love for music manifested you two.
Yeah. We have in our apartment, this used to be our dad's and now it's ours, we have this like cabinet with like I think 300 to 500 CDs, and then in our
That is
stepdad's
crazy.
house, which I might take some of them because they were my mom's. There's a cabinet with about 600 CDs.
Wow. Man.
And some of them were my dad's that my mom took, but like they will be coming with me. We would just listen to those, and like I'd be sitting on like the backseat of the car, just like that, or like so with my brother. There's been times where we've been on like road trips, and both of us would have drumsticks, and we would just beat on the fucking car seats, like to the beat of the songs, and I mean, the guitar happened eventually, but I don't play guitar for us, so that
would
doesn't matter.
make for a fun segment, drumstick karaoke. So
Yeah.
you play-
Yeah.
So you got to play the chop suey or something. On the,
It's so funny now because it's like me and my brother drum so differently. Like we drum similar, like we hit hard, but like that's about the only similarity. It's a
You
lot
hit
more-
harder.
You hit harder than he does.
I'm sorry, Patton. But he, like, you know, like, the drummer of Interpol, or, like, there were some pickups. He drummed like those guys. I drummed like Dave Grohl, Matt Helders. Like, it's different, but it's the same.
The Dave Grohl similarities are uncanny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We have like a lot of fast stuff, and whenever, because like I program the drums in my room, and then he just learns them. But here recently, we've been trying to like start working on stuff before I record it. But he has taken all of these fast like beats that I have, and he just like plays them in his own way, and it's just really cool to see him bringing out a side of music that I've been creating by myself, turning it into like something else.
Well, that's part of why it's fun to play with other people.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the best part of playing in an actual band and not being like a bedroom artist. Is that you might write the entire song, hypothetically, and then you bring it to a group of people, and they're like, "Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna do this in this part though," and you're like, Where did that come from? That's so much cooler than anything I could have ever thought of. How did you... Like that's what I love about playing with other people. Is that aspect.
You know, you have some people that are purists, and they write it a certain way, and they want it to be played a certain way, and it's like
Mockingjay.
I feel like I have definitely a little bit of a problem with that, just because I'm so used to writing my own songs and like them being the way that I have them. But I feel like I'm growing out of my comfort zone in that. I feel like I'm getting better at it.
The only song like that we have is Mockingjay, really. Everything else you're fine with.
Yeah.
You're just like, do this, but you can do whatever.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that kind of stems from classical music, because you have all these instruments that have to play together because they're making the chords, you know, between the various different instruments, whether they're the violin and the cello, or the flute and clarinet and whatever it is. They have to play in sync with one another. Right. Whereas with rock and jazz and different styles of music, it's okay to be not completely in sync, because you have all those notes on your instruments. You're not it's not a team play thing to make a chord. You can play a chord by yourself, but you play the song as a team.
We completely got off subject. Where the band name came from. It just popped back into my brain.
I was going to let us skip on that one,
No.
but you just had to bring it back.
I just had to. Listen.
Yeah, why?
It's not even a long story. It'll take us
not.
like 2 minutes to tell you.
So, our friend Lorelai, shout out Lorelai. We would not be called this if it weren't for her. She was moving into a place with I believe it's one of her family members, on a military base. And so she couldn't bring any of her weed paraphernalia with her. And so she gave us everything that she had, which included this little pipe that was shaped like a lady.
It's made of silicone.
Made of silicone, yes. And so we just started calling it LadyPipe. And I remember I said LadyPipe one time, and it just clicked, and I was like,
that's got a ring to it.
That's got a ring to it.
We used to call ourselves, like, what, Brace?
Brace was our original name.
I had no part of that. That was them.
That wasn't me. That was you.
That was me. But we eventually, I started making a list of band names, and that one stuck out, and so I wrote it down, and over time I was just looking at that list, and I was like, man, LadyPipe sticks out. And so, I mean, we all smoke a lot, so
you guys smoke a lot.
Riley's actually the one that doesn't.
I've calmed down a lot on my smoking and drinking.
But we were like, I mean, if we don't really write songs about, smoking weed that much, but I mean, we sure as hell do it. So I mean, it's a
you play on you don't really write about it, but you play under the influence of it.
Yeah. No, actually,
under the inspiration of it.
I don't smoke during the days that I have shows, because I have learned that if I do, I get doled out and like a lot more bland, and I like jumping around and like moving whenever I'm playing. So I try and stay away from it whenever I play, but immediately after the show.
Smoking and playing, not the move.
Yeah.
You're going to suck, your time's going to be bad.
Yep.
Drinking and playing. 3 drinks in, ooh,
Yeah.
You're in the
Dude,
pocket.
listen,
You're in the pocket.
I
Yeah.
played a show with my cover band that I'm in Cisco, and it was like a get-together thing. It wasn't like a show. And so we were all drinking. And, dude, by the end of the night, we were all, like, 5 or 6 in.
Hell yeah.
And there was a point where our lead singer turned around, and he was like, 4 chords, guys. 4 chords.
We can't do anything else. We gotta chill, y'all.
Yeah, I only played one show drunk, and it wasn't with us. It was with my other band.
Yeah.
And like, the show went fine because I decided to turn my guitar down because I was like, "There's no way I'm gonna be in time." And I didn't tell anyone I was like really drunk, but I feel like they probably got the idea.
Man.
This was like last year though. So this,
Are you admitting this right now?
Yeah.
Are they gonna learn?
Yeah, sorry guys. Sorry guys. I don't remember which show this was. I think it was one of the Andy shows we played. Yeah, it was one of the Andy shows we played.
Well, I guess it's kind of the nice thing about original music is if you flub your chord or your solo or whatever it is, nobody knows.
Nobody
Yeah.
knows that's what I
Yeah.
was telling Alondra. She was like, "Are you sure you want me to be there? Because they're recording us and stuff, and we've only played like one show together."
Speaking of that one show we played, we only had one practice before it too. So
This is true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we were kind of throwing a lot on the table, but it worked out.
It
was a
worked
big
out.
show.
It was
It was fun.
it was a pretty big show, and she killed it.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Are you sure you want me to like be there?" And I was like, "Yes." I can't remember why I was going into this, but I went into it.
Flubbing.
Well, we
Flubbing.
start.
Oh
we
yeah,
start-
I
remember
told her
that.
I was like, she was like, "Are you sure you want me to be there?" I was like, "Yeah," and no one knows what the songs are supposed to sound like anyway, so.
Yeah, that's the good part about original music is that nobody knows what it's supposed to sound like. So if you hit a wrong note, it's jazz.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's just punk. We're allowed to go outside of the lines.
Guys, hang on, it's improv.
So, side tangent.
Oh.
I'm gonna stop this because this mic is not working.
Oh
no.
It still sounds good. I was listening in the headphones,
Okay.
but for the rest of it, I would like it to sound better.
Right.
It's working on the board. It's not going into this. I tried changing the input.
We can just completely restart. No.
Start over, man.
God.
No, it sounds really good. I just y'all have like essentially just more reverb, but the compression on it is like making it equally as loud.
Yeah.
I imagine it'll be fixed in post.
I like reverb.
Fix it in post, dude.
Yeah, I always have to turn your reverb
I
down.
know.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's truth to that. You're gonna probably be doing that.
I will be fixing my own mistake in post. Yes.
I like reverb. Reverb is good.
And that's actually a big difference between your band and ours. Is
Yeah.
yours is very emo and like washy, and ours is very.
Shoegaze?
I wouldn't say shoegaze. Well.
Nobody really knows what shoegaze is.
Yeah, no.
We have one song that
I
kind
said
of.
Shoegaze
emo
is
and
a lot of
washy.
pedals.
Yeah.
basically.
Well, I don't use a lot of pedals. I use like
Shoegaze is when
4.
you-
Yeah.
Like that's my pedal board over there.
I think didn't the name shoegaze come from like they had so many pedals that the whole show was them staring at their shoes?
It was because
Yeah.
the parts and the
Calling
pedals
it
were
that.
so
Yeah.
complicated that they had to just sit there and look at the ground the whole time. Yeah.
My other band has a song called Shoelace, and it's
Yeah.
half the reason it's called Shoelace is because we didn't know what to call it, and we're like, the shoegazy one.
The shoegaze.
And we're just like, well, that wouldn't be a good name. Shoelace sounds like shoegaze. Fuck it. Like,
Okay, now we're getting input. Okay, we're chilling. Here, I'm gonna.
Are we good? Yeah, better.
Yeah.
Does it sound better? See, we missed that whole part on shoegaze.
We
Yeah.
did.
Well, that's for
why-
the other band.
That's for my other band.
No, but it
Speaking
was
of-
good. It was good because I haven't heard anybody describe where shoegaze comes from.
I haven't either.
Want to know?
Well,
That was
Yeah.
news to me.
Oh yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah.
If you didn't know, shoegaze comes because it has people staring at their shoes because there's so many pedals. It's very washy.
The pots are
very
so
effective.
I
complicated.
just stare at my shoes because
gazed at them.
I just
You
stare.
might even say they were gazing at their shoes. I said, "Wow, look at those guys gazing at their
I just
Why are
stare.
they gazing at their shoes? That must be the Hojanna."
I just stare at my shoes because I have stage fright.
That's why we play the drums.
Yeah.
Speaking of Indigo League,
Okay.
big shout out to Indigo League.
Oh,
That's his other band, which is also on the shirt.
yeah.
Indigo Goddamn League. We would not be here at this very point in time if it weren't for Indigo League. So we have a lot to to say about them.
Yeah. I don't play drums in that band.
He is the lead singer and lead guitarist of that band. Not lead guitarist, rhythm guitarist of that band.
Yeah, no, Ethan's the lead guitar.
Yeah.
Ethan is the best goddamn guitar
Ethan
player
is
I have
nuts.
I've ever witnessed. Anytime me, my brother, and Ethan live together, my brother's also in Indigo League. I'll get home at like 4 in the fucking morning after getting off work and just hear him in his room. I'm just like, oh, isn't that? And then like we'll be playing, and there's a few parts of some of our songs where I intentionally like leave him vague so he can do stuff. And I'll just hear in my monitor and look over, and he's just sitting there, like calm as can be, just like like going nuts. And I'm just like, I save some for the rest of us.
You know that's how we feel watching you drum, right?
Oh, God.
You know, he lives in an apartment.
I do.
He does not own... Do you own a drum set?
I do own the drum set that we used Indigo League shows is my drum
Okay,
set.
so he owns a drum set, but he does not have a space to practice. He does not practice. He just shows up to the shows and does it. And you'll hear in a minute, we'll play the shows, fine. We'll play the songs, fine. He does not practice. How does he do that? He was
Drumstick karaoke. Drumstick karaoke.
Drumstick karaoke.
I feel like Stuart Copeland every time. It's not going to be the same, but, it'll be something like it.
You were literally saying earlier that you were drumming in the car, like on car rides. I mean,
When
you
I
just
was
do
a
it
kid,
in your
yeah.
head.
Yeah.
You just do it in your
That's
head.
how
That's
most drummers
there's art.
practice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
half
that's-
the time
On
I
the way
look
to the
over.
gig, you're listening to the song, you're drumming on.
On the
So-
steering wheel, and then and the guy who's behind you is wondering what the fuck's going on. Why the brake lights keep flying in my face?
So, I don't know.
So real.
I don't know if you do this in your bands, but like anytime like when we're playing, it's a little different. But anytime me and my brother are playing in our other band, and I'm explaining a drum part, I'm just like, no, make it go da 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 da, and like he'll just be like, oh, like this, and then play it. It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the other thing is musicians speak their instruments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, blah, 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 bump,
Makes a lot of sense
Yeah,
to a
Yeah.
specific
right.
person.
I have the
Yeah.
opposite problem where nobody else really plays the drums. They're just like, do the thing where you're like, yeah. I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm
like, it's just like enunciate.
he was drumming in Spanish.
Yeah, dude.
Drumming in English.
They're not even. I know a little bit of Spanish. They're drumming in Portuguese.
In tongues.
Yeah, in
Drumming in
Chinese.
tongues.
Yeah, it's its own language.
Yeah.
It is. I saw one clip on.
TikTok.
No, it wasn't on
Oh, you're
TikTok.
old.
Although
It
it
was Facebook.
probably was. I think it was on Instagram or something where it was two drummers and they were doing a drum off, but it was all with their mouths. It was all they
Oh,
were.
I've
They were
seen this.
I know what video you're talking about. Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Have y'all, have y'all seen the guitar guy?
The guitar guy.
The guitar
Which
guy.
one?
There are a lot of
he
guitar
does
guys.
no, he does the
Jared
same
Dimes?
thing. He does the same thing, but he sings the notes. He's like like every note so like perfectly, and
Like
he
Tenacious
met
D?
no better.
Oh.
And he met somebody else who could do it as efficiently as he does, and he did a video with them, and they went back and forth, and I was
Oh,
just like,
that's
oh my
badass.
god.
I watched one earlier today where the guy had a microphone and one stick, and he had his hi-hat, and then he had his toms, boom, 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 and snare. Like he did a whole song
That's crazy.
like
One
that
hand?
Wow.
with one hand. Well, one hand to microphone. So instead of two turntables and a microphone, it was one drumstick and a
Oh,
microphone.
that's crazy.
So seen that thing before. There's a jazz musician, Al Jarreau. I don't know if you guys ever heard of him or
I've
not.
heard the name. I don't know him.
You were saying all the Scooby-Doo that he used to do a thing like that. He's a scat man, and we went to go see him, and because he used to do some of that stuff, and it was like really great. We went to go see him in concert, and it was very experimental, avant-garde, too artsy for us, I think. Just God, it was one of those I didn't get. But he's one of the guys that I think was, I don't know if he's the first one, but he was one of the first ones I ever heard like doing that style of music, just singing nonsense.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
We like a lot of nonsense.
Yeah, I was gonna
Exactly.
say I'd say it's a lot of our stuff, but I also don't want y'all to be expecting us to be like a noise punk band because we're very much
Yeah,
not
I
a
made
noise
that
punk
mistake
band.
a while ago.
Yeah, accidentally putting DFW noise.
I put on the Indigo League page. I put pure noise, and then we got for like 3 months straight just put on nothing but noise acts, and we're just like, that's not what I meant. Like, you guys are cool. Don't get me wrong. Like we enjoy you guys, but like it'd be like actual harsh noise, and then like a post-hardcore emo
Yeah.
band. And then
Harsh
it's just,
Noise Wall goes crazy there. Like
There's
I
some-
actually fuck with it really
Yeah,
hard.
there was one show like we got put on, and like there was another band on that bill who did the same thing we did, and like we're watching it, and it's right before this other band goes up, and we're just like, we're fucked. Like, they're gonna hate us, and then they go up, everyone's confused, and then it's like, all right, you guys are up, and we're just like, well, shit, all right. But you know, noise is fun. Noise is
Well,
fun.
so I got to ask the question: what is punk?
Punk is what you're saying, and punk is the intention behind the song itself. So you can have a song sound like The Descendants or sound like, you know, any other, you know, basic rooted punk band. And of course, you know, that's punk music, but I feel like a lot of it is what it entails, the stuff that you're talking about. And we have a lot of you know, inspiration from punk stuff like that, but we're very melodic, a lot more melodic than a lot of punk bands are, I think.
We've wanted to, like, you know, not say pop punk because we're definitely not pop punk.
But we're definitely not punk. So
So
I
you're-
say alt punk.
Alt punk?
Yeah,
Okay,
alternative.
melodic punk. Okay, here now we're getting into the
The sub
the,
Yeah.
the subgenres
Yeah.
of like
Yeah.
the subgenres of there's the subgenres of metal, and now there's now I guess there is subgenres of punk.
And I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
I
think
think
to
pulling
be-
from how punk has so many different variants. I mean, you could almost argue that a lot of hyperpop is actually also really
Yeah.
inspired by
Yeah,
punk
that's
as well.
that's the thing is that the punk has kind of like taken a turn to be more
I think
not like sound specific, but
Yeah,
like
it's the vibe. Like
the
you were saying.
vibe specific. Yeah,
I
like
think to be punk is just to do what you want and do what you feel is right.
do what you believe.
Musically,
in.
at least. Do what's true to yourself and have fun.
Yeah.
Don't worry too much about what other people think.
Yeah.
Just do what you want, have fun, make noise,
And be loud about it.
be loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Have fun
kind of
and
a
be
lot of
loud.
music though. That's more than that's a lot of types of music. Really.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lash about it.
Yeah.
Wash about it.
Wash
hell
We
about
yeah.
both go
Yeah.
together.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we encourage a lot of that at our shows. We like to get people moving.
Y'all did the Wall of Death.
Did we?
Dude.
Yeah, y'all did the Wall of Death at the Rubber Room.
Did we?
Yeah.
We did the.
I
You
swear
did the
y'all
jump
did a wall
thing,
of
which
death.
is what I.
I did the
usually
jump thing.
Okay, what's
Yeah.
the wall of death and
It's
what's
where
the
you
jump
split
thing?
the room,
Okay.
and then you have everybody crash in, and then the jump thing is where you bring everyone forward and they get down.
I
and
don't
then
think
you
we
count
did the
jump.
wall of death purposely, but I think it might have
It
happened.
might have accident.
Okay,
I'm gonna do that one at
maybe
our
it
next show.
happened.
That's the
Yeah.
one where you make them like crouch down.
Yeah.
So
That's
Do
what we-
one.
that's a funny story about that one actually.
Yeah, I actually got a lot of my ideas.
You stole that from me. I stole that from Fiddler, and they probably stole it from another band.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
You make them get real low.
yeah, you make
Yeah.
them get
Yeah.
low,
And then they get real high and they
get
start
real
jumping
high and
around.
they start
jump, and everyone jumps, and then shit starts, and it's great.
But I think I'm gonna start doing the where you separate it down the
Mhm.
middle and then they come crashing together. I think people could have more fun with that than just jumping up and down because our
Mhm.
songs are a lot more pushing each other like around than jumping.
Yeah.
So
That was my favorite part of y'all's set was
Yeah.
Washington.
Yeah.
It was fire. Not my favorite part is in the music wasn't my favorite part, but my favorite part about y'all's music was that I could go pummel people.
Yeah.
that's what we really try to. We have a specific song in our
Respectfully,
set.
of course.
Respectfully.
Respectfully, of course.
We're actually gonna play it tonight. But one of our songs is called "I Wish I Had a Boat," and it's about me discovering that I actually didn't mind fishing, and me just saying that
Fucking
I wish I had a boat.
Dude, I fucking love
Um,
fishing.
And
Fire.
we have a bit where the song kind of like we hit a last chord and it kind of like washes out, and then we like get everybody to move. Like we tell them to like get ready to move, and then Riley will hit the bell, and then we'll all come in on the crash, and Jacob will jump out into the crowd and like mosh with everybody in there. So we really our main thing is energy.
Yeah.
So I think, like you were asking about, like the punk thing, I think a lot of it too is how we interact with the crowd, because we really like people moshing. That's our main thing, is that we really want to have fun with this.
We like tapping into that anger in a positive, healthy way.
Yes, because we really like to talk about how our main thing is that we want to, spread love and positivity and support other people and what they're doing. And we also really like moshing, but it's like a love mosh,
It's like we do it as we gently caress your cheek.
Yeah. Every once in a while, me and you will bump elbows and we'll just be like,
whoa.
But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I didn't grow up in a music scene, so when it comes to labeling our bands,
So it was cow tipping instead of moshing.
so is what?
I've actually
Cow tipping?
I've actually done.
Oh, you don't-
I don't know what cow tipping
Like from the
is.
car.
So okay. I've only done it once.
This moment.
So I grew up in rural Missouri, and one of the
side
times,
note.
one of the times I went up to visit, me and one of my childhood friends decided to go cow tipping one night, and after attempting to do the first one, we realized how hard it was, and we bailed. But basically, you just go.
The cows sleep standing up.
Yeah.
Sorry, I went to school in the middle in the middle of Iowa, so I grew up in Chicago. But you get out of the city, and so I relate to the being in the middle, an hour away from everything.
Yeah.
And the cows sleep standing up,
right.
and people would go and.
Yeah.
Cows I didn't realize it was going to be self-explanatory.
It is literally just going up and
It
going.
is.
But because they're so heavy, and because me and the friend of mine who went were like, we're fucking tiny. We tried it. It's just like, oh, like we tried it. We're just like, oh, fuck it. All right, never
Like
mind.
nothing to do in the
Just-
Midwest.
yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
There's
cows over.
corn. There's
Some cows.
corn, wheat, and the occasional courthouse. That is at least where I'm from.
Cow tipping and blowing shit up.
Yeah.
You can't forget about your local like downtown festival that they throw that's like called Pie Fest.
Oh,
or
we have
some
the
shit
Maple
like
Leaf
that.
Parade.
Yeah.
That's why I have a Maple Leaf tattooed on me.
Really? Yeah.
We have the Maple Leaf Parade, and we get a day off of school for it if it's on a weekday.
Awesome. Yeah, we've got the Folk Life Festival and the Pie Fest.
Yeah.
So
Pie Fest is actually, we don't talk bad about the Pie Fest.
Yeah.
Pie Fest is
I
actually
went to
pretty
the
cool.
last one. It was pretty good.
yeah.
But that's only for the pie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is
Not for the
any
people.
Ki- any
Fuck the
kind,
people.
Oh,
any
yeah.
kind
All
of
about
pie,
the pie.
or is it?
Nope, it's just everyone in town, all the old people get together and they're like, hey, let's bake some pies. And they bake some pies, and that's the whole thing.
Yeah. and they drag their grandchildren because what else is there to do?
Oh, who doesn't like pie?
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's a good subject to bring everybody together with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's all they have.
It's
So that's the catch.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like that's peak.
That's a lie. They also have the dam.
They also have the dam.
Which was once the country. It was either
The world's largest.
Yeah,
world's
world's
largest
swimming pool.
concrete swimming pool.
But that was in like 1920 something. So
when Cisco was really booming.
Okay. All right.
100
But
years.
Literally 100 years ago.
yeah, and it shows. It shows that it is not booming anymore.
Okay.
We don't mean to come in here and shit on our hometown, but we definitely mean to come in here and shit on our hometown.
it's not my hometown.
It's not my hometown either. I can say whatever I want.
Yeah,
My
I've
hometown's
lived,
actually really lovely. So.
I've lived in a lot of places, and unfortunately, I would have to call that one my hometown. Unfortunately, but I have a song called "Fuck This Place" that I've made before the band was put together, and it's about Cisco. So, and I posted it, and lots of people in Cisco saw it, and like I still get recognized sometimes when I go into like the dollar
It's
store.
that guy.
They're
It's
like,
the
"You
guy."
made the Cisco song. And I'm like,
Damn, must be a small town. That was mean. I'm sorry.
yeah.
It's funny though, because it is genuinely like the
It's-
definition of middle of nowhere small town. It's a mile by mile. It's just got everything you need right there. Your
Yeah.
Dollar General.
Berkshires.
The Brookshires, right. You've got your Dairy Queen, your Sonic, your Chicken Express, your Subway,
And
the
that's
All
about-
Subs convenience store, the Stripes on the other side of town, and I just listed every single food store in that town.
You forgot about the 28 churches.
I thought it was
I
32.
went around town.
I thought it was
and-
32.
Was it? I thought it was 28.
I thought it was 32.
I'm pretty sure it's 28. I went around town because there was a point where I made like a lot of TikTok videos because I'm bored and what else is there to do in a small town. And so I started trying to promote my music with it. And I made a real song about hating Cisco, and then I made a stupid song about hating Cisco. And the stupid song I went around counting all of the churches because at first I was just going around showing all the places that I talked about, and then I was like, once I got to the churches, I was like, how many of these are there? And so that's what the video turned into. It was me counting all of the churches. There were 28. This town has a population of like 3,000. 28 churches.
And did you only count
And
the
they all
ones
got
inside the
feuds.
town?
They
Or you
probably
not?
No,
all
I'm
have,
counting
like-
all the ones out on the outskirts of town as well.
Gotcha.
Do they all have like church feuds where they're like, I hate this church? They're not-
Yes, they all hate the other churches. They all are like, no, I would never let my kids go to this church. I'm going to let my kids go to this equally bad church.
This one's bad, but it has biscuits.
Yeah. This one's bad, but it's funded by the Wilks, so.
Anyway.
So, where can people find your music?
Cisco,
So
Texas.
anyway, where can people find you?
Cisco, Texas.
You can find
Cisco
our
Texas.
music. Don't go
Sorry,
there. You can
If you're
find
looking
our-
for gold, you're not going to find it.
You can find us on Spotify. You can find us on Apple Music, on Bandcamp, anywhere.
What's your handle?
Our LadyPipe band is pretty much going to be everything. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Our Gmail is LadyPipe band. If you want to talk to us.
And if anybody wants to see your church TikTok, is that on the?
Yeah, no, that's my personal TikTok.
Okay.
That's separate from the band. But if you do a little digging, you'll find it.
Dox yourself.
Right now, right here.
That's it. Sounds like you may be posting churches on the band. What happened? They found religion.
No, we're definitely not. We have our own views on things, but we're definitely not here to bash people's beliefs and stuff.
I am.
Fair enough.
Unless your beliefs are actively harming other people, then I don't care.
Yep.
Um,
It's your town. You can do what you want. Go where you want to.
Yeah.
Do what you want, brother.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we're doing. We're doing what we want to.
Which is
Awesome.
trying to leave.
And on that note,
Oh,
thank you guys for coming out today and being here and speaking with me a little bit. Can't wait to hear you guys play and seeing you guys perform in our one of our upcoming festivals.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Thanks a
super
bunch,
excited.
guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yay.
Podcast over.
Like this next song. We call it Ain't It Just the Shit. Get through till Thursday, waiting on a call back, hammered till the rent's paid. I'm sitting on the couch and I'm drinking in my room. And I wouldn't call it fun, I'm just ignoring it the worst. And it's just a shame. I'm not even wasting time, no, that's just what I get. For wanting to survive, I'm not even burning fumes, I'm just running off of lies and water in the fridge, and regretting what I haven't done instead of what I did. I'm watching propaganda on the TV in my room. If they can be the president, then maybe I can do. I'm just sick of hearing nonsense and pretending that I care. There's influence from everything and poison in the air. Well, ain't it just a pride time to kick it at the beat? I'll treat myself with plastic from the air and from the sea.